So if you look here, you will see Riverside High School. It used to be the Naval Reserve Armory in Indianapolis, Indiana, off of 30th Street and Riverside. And as you can see from the photo you're about to see from the old archives of the old Riverside Amusement Park here in Indianapolis, this building sat right beside the amusement park. And now the amusement park is no longer here, obviously, because it closed over 40 years ago. But what you'll see is that a subdivision was built here in place, and that's been here for quite a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this trail. There's a trail right over here that leads straight next to where the park would have existed at. And I'm going to try to find some remnants of the old amusement park. And we might be able to see something reminiscent of where the old site of Riverside Amusement Park used to exist at. So looking at this view, looking over the White River here in Indianapolis, Indiana, on the right side is where you would have been able to see the amusement park back in the 70s. And we're going to hit over this trail that's located right over here. And I'm going to try to see if we could see anything from across the river. If we can't, there's a subdivision that is now in place of where the old park used to be at, and I'm going to see if I could see anything over in the old subdivision. So now you could see kind of where we're at now, and that bridge would have been here when the amusement park was here. So if you look across the way, this is where Riverside Amusement Park would have been. You would have saw it right here, and I wonder, now that old building that you see right there probably was attached to the old armory, so I doubt that's any remnants of it. Let me see if I could zoom in on here. And I apologize. I'll be switching over my equipment here very soon, so I'll be able to get better footage of things like this in the future here on Midwest Coaster Fans. But as you can see, there's a building right here. I wonder if one of that building, and we'll be over there here in a second, I wonder if that building has something to do with the old amusement park that was there. But there's a shelter over here. I'm gonna go ahead and check out this shelter here and see what the point of this was. And maybe they have some information. So this is the Riverside Restaurant and Marina. It's currently under construction, as you can see from the truck, so I decided not to go into that area. But I believe this building possibly would have been here in the 1970s. So as stated earlier, this bridge would have been here when Riverside was here, because according to the information I'm reading right now, the bridge was built in 1909, so it would have been here during the years of Riverside Amusement Park. But we're heading back towards that subdivision. I'm going to go, there's a couple of side trails that go behind it. I'm going to see if I can find some old remnants of Riverside Amusement Park. So this is the path. I think it's called the Canal Tow Path, and this path leads right behind all this, so we'll be able to see some remnants, I think, of the old amusement park. Let's go ahead and check it out. As you can see, this is a housing subdivision, and this took over the spot of Riverside Amusement Park. But just like anything else, I'm pretty sure there's still things that are here to kind of solidify what we've been saying in terms of things that would have been left over even after all this land was cleared out. So like I said, let's go ahead and check it out. And here's that one building that I was showing you across the river. So it looks like it probably was attached to that Naval Armory building that we were talking about. But as we head further down the path, hopefully we could see, like I said, some remnants of Riverside Amusement Park. So as I walked down this trail, unfortunately I wasn't able to see that many remnants of the actual park. Obviously, it was over 40 years ago, so to see anything that possibly might resemble any type of footers or anything in that nature probably was torn down due to this housing subdivision being built probably a couple years after it got torn down. However, the city of Indianapolis kept this intact, and now the Indianapolis Public Library uses this as a free book exchange. And from what I'm told, this is the only thing that's left over from the actual amusement park. They kind of turned this into a free book exchange. Basically, you take a book and then you'll leave a book. And if you look at the back side of this, you'll actually see a marker that signified Riverside Amusement Park and being right over here. And you can kind of see some of the old art that would have been on here, and can't really read that at all. But this is probably the only thing I was able to find left over from the actual amusement park. So if you get a chance, and I'm going to show some video footage here in a second from WFYI here in Indianapolis that would have shown exactly what the park would have looked like in its heyday. And also some photos and a little bit of history will be thrown in at the end of this video if you're interested in watching it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and turn over to the video footage from WFYI in the 70s. And it's from Wish TV here in Indianapolis.
Few are as clear in my mind as this place, Riverside Amusement Park. Well, there's not much left of the old place. The years have left mostly weeds and rotted boards. But still, I think I could find each ride, each booth, blindfolded. Over there, the whip. Oh, it looks harmless enough now, but that was my introduction to absolute terror. The old mill chute. A leaky boat, a dark tunnel, garish Hawaiian villages behind chicken wire screens, a totally unresponsive date at my side. But no matter. There was always a cool shower at the end of the ride. Remember? And was this the Flash or the Thriller? You know, I'm not sure now. What I do remember, though, is the sensation of my stomach being thrown 200 feet down the tracks in front of me. But this has to be the eeriest feeling of all. This looks more like a carnival ghost town now. But I remember this as a street of bright amber lights, raspy pitchman voices, spinning wheels and ringing bells. The only rides around Riverside these days are bulldozers, clearing the land next door for a parking lot for the Naval Reserve across the street. The owner of this land still holds out hope that someone might buy it and turn this back into a small amusement park. Right now, the land is zoned for high-density apartments. But looking at this film, provided by the Guide Division of General Motors in Anderson, taken during a company outing in the 50s, brings back all the sensations of Riverside in its heyday. The flash and the dodgem, the clank and the clatter and the squeal of one of those places that made growing up in Indy so memorable to so many. The place may be going to ruin now, but it's still alive with memories. This is Mike Ahern at large for Channel 8 News.
Riverside Amusement Park in Indianapolis, Indiana would be open from 1906 to 1971, having a chance of reopening in the mid-70s before the deal would fall apart in 1978, and the land would later be cleared out to allow for future development, which now is the site for a subdivision as seen from the earlier video of what it looks like nowadays. This park holds many memories for the people of Indianapolis and also the people throughout the Midwest. This is one of many abandoned amusement parks in the United States of America. What kind of memories does this park hold for you and your family? Please comment below. We hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe and also watch future videos for Midwest Coaster fans. And until next time, this is Chris signing off.